Has Lamar Jackson completely lost his ever-loving mind? Okay, so let's talk. Lamar Jackson signed his extension with the Baltimore Ravens, getting a buttload of money, and good for him. You know, he's been able to come in the NFL. He's been able to play at a high level. He's won an MVP. He's taken the Ravens to the playoffs. And, I mean, there's not too many times you have a franchise quarterback. When you have that, you want to lock him in. Of course, with the way that a Lamar Jackson plays, there's a lot of risk versus reward, especially when you're talking about the amount of money that he was garnishing. Anyways, the Ravens ultimately paid him pretty close to what he wanted because the fear of not having that franchise quarterback is a lot worse than the fear of potentially signing your franchise quarterback and then watching him get hurt. Anyways, it's an exciting time for Lamar Jackson, and it can be an exciting time for the Baltimore Ravens fans. But I think Lamar Jackson has completely lost his mind, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. Lamar Jackson, in his press conference when he was announced that he's re-signing with the Ravens, and he's not going anywhere, and he's there for a long time. He was so excited that this is the comment that he made in the press conference. It says, "I want to throw for like 6,000 yards with the weapons we have here." Jackson said it with a laugh. "I'm not an individual award type guy or a stat watcher. I just want to do that because no one has ever done it, and I feel like we have the weapons to do it." What? 6,000 yards. Lamar Jackson thinks that he's capable of throwing for 6,000 yards. Lamar Jackson is still a run-first quarterback. I mean, and that was part of the take of, should the Ravens pour this much money into him? Because, yes, his biggest weapon is his legs. While, you know, within that system at the Baltimore Ravens, he's been pretty efficient. He's been a lot more efficient than what I and a lot of people thought he was probably going to be. But he is not that quarterback that's going to sit there in that pocket and he's going to dice you up with his arms. And all of a sudden now he wants to throw. He thinks he can throw for 6,000 yards. But Lamar Jackson has never even thrown more than 3,200 yards passing in one season. But he's clearly excited about the Baltimore Ravens building the strongest wide receiver group of his career. The Ravens signed wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. as a free agency, a one-year deal, and also a nice veteran in Nelson Agholor in free agency. While I like Nelson Agholor, I don't think he's the end-all, be-all, the bee's knees, if you catch my drift. But then also in the first round, Baltimore Ravens did draft Zay Flowers out of Boston College with the number 22 overall pick. So they definitely gave him some more weapons around him, which is great and all in theory. You know, I do love the tight end over there in the Baltimore Ravens. But we're talking about a quarterback that has never passed for over 3,200 yards. All of a sudden going to double that and pass for 6,000 and break records. I'm sorry, I'm just not seeing that. If you're going to sit here and say that, you know, he can potentially have his best career, his best numbers, yes, maybe they bump up and he finally kind of hits that threshold of over 4,000 yards, but there are still a lot of unknown. You're talking about a new offensive coordinator coming in there, which kind of baffled me a little bit because I've been so complimentary of how the Ravens drafted Lamar and then built this system around him. Like, I would be a little hesitant on, did this OC change? Is it really best for Lamar Jackson? You can get him new weapons all you want. I mean, at the end of the day, Odell Beckham Jr. hasn't played football in well over a year from that ACL injury that he had back in the Super Bowl for the Rams. There's no facts that he's going to come out and he's just going to be the old Odell Beckham. I mean, he is getting up there in age. Nelson Agholor is an older veteran, and Zay Flowers, for all we know, could be a bust. Guys, if you're liking this video, do me one solid. Hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. Appreciate your support. Right back to the video. You know, the final step for the Ravens passing attack was signing Lamar Jackson long-term. according to a source, he has set league highs in the signing bonus of $72.5 million, most money in the first of 3-year deal, $156 million, and an average of $52 million a year. Jackson also received a no franchise tag and a no trade clause. So clearly, a lot is in the corner for Lamar Jackson. We're gonna have to see if it pans out. But I'm telling you right now, Lamar Jackson is on this high right now in life, and he should be happy. He got paid, but I'm sorry, you ain't passing for no 6,000 yards. Book it. You've got this on tape. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. As always, stay humble, stay kind. Watch this next video. Peace.